Good evening, ladies. Today is Wednesday, July 31st, 2019. I am so sorry that I didn't upload on Monday. Unfortunately, my wife was at the emergency room. We spent about 6 hours at the emergency room because she had an allergic reaction to something in the house. We're not quite sure what it was. So she is back up and running. She did go back to work today. So because of that, I did not have the time on Sunday into Monday to do my recording. So I'm trying to catch up today. You're gonna get this video today, and then you're gonna get another video. Well, you'll probably get this video tomorrow, which will be August 1st. And if you don't get the next video tomorrow, you might get it the next day. I'm not quite sure yet how I'm gonna do that, but that's just another kind of question to answer. I get this question a lot. Why are you lesbian? So I'll be discussing that in the next video. But tonight I have some great news. First of all, let me tell you how my diet plan is going. As of Monday, I was 214.2. So that puts me at about a 6-pound weight loss. No, sorry, 214.6. Sorry. So from the starting at the 220 to the 214, that's 6 pounds in about 2 weeks. So like I said, that's not bad at all. I'm looking at having 10 to 12 pounds in this first month going. If I continue doing what I'm doing, working out on my elliptical, doing everything else that I'm still doing the Jello containers that I do make up. This is not one serving. This is actually two. So I'll eat half of this at one go around, and I'll eat the other half at the other. It's not a really big container, but I feel like that's just a lot of Jello. So with that being said, I tend to do one of these a day, but I do them in halves for like the sweet tooth aspect of what I want. I've also started incorporating nuts. These are pumpkin seeds, but I've started incorporating nuts in just for variety, just to have that crunch. You know, if you're somebody that likes potato chips or things like that, I have incorporated nuts into the diet plan. I'm still losing slow and steady. Like I said, not complaining. 2 weeks in, 6 pounds down, not too shabby. Some people only lose 5 pounds a month. Some people only lose 3 pounds a month. So 6 pounds in 2 weeks. I am not complaining. Still drinking a lot of water. Still doing my elliptical machine. Still doing my Zumba. I'm in North Carolina, and because of the temperatures have been in the hundreds or the high 90s, later on in the evening now, I have been going for walks. So the diet plan is definitely working. I'm definitely ecstatic about the results so far. I hope they don't slow down too much, but we know with all diet plans, sometimes you are going to hit a wall or a plateau. Now, moving on. So, I don't know, the ladies who have been watching my videos have known that I have moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina. The reason that I moved from Pennsylvania to North Carolina is because I was going to do recipient IVF, meaning I was going to use my wife's egg to have our baby through IVF. However, the cost of it up north, which was Pennsylvania and above, was extremely expensive. After doing all our research, we packed up everything and we came to North Carolina because North Carolina seemed to be one of the states that did the IVF at a considerably cheaper cost. But with that being said, my wife works corrections. Well, she's currently a sheriff, and I work in management. So we gave up our jobs up there, you know, left family, left everything to make this dream of parenthood a possibility. So we just packed up everything and we moved. Now, she's had family that's from North Carolina. I've had family that's from North Carolina. So it wasn't like we were just leaving everybody and everything to come here. However, it was a tremendous pay cut for us. It was a tremendous life change for us. And so I do currently work, and I have been constantly still putting myself out there looking for other jobs. So I did get a job offer from another company, and I will be starting that job in about a month. Well, not even a month now. In about 20 days now. So around the 19th of August. And the one thing I wanted to say about this company is it's funny how as I'm starting this journey and how I'm looking into doing this embryo adoption, which was something that was not on the table for us at all. The embryo adoption just came into play about a month or two ago, after doing some researching and realizing that the cost differential, we just want to be parents at the end of the day. It does not have to be biologically ours. If I would have been doing recipient IVF, it would not have been biologically mine. It would have been biologically my wife's with a sperm donor, because we are lesbians, so it would have been a sperm donor. But because we decided to do the embryo adoption, it's not really going to be biologically either one of ours. However, that at the end of the day does not matter to us. We just want to complete our family. We just want to move on to the next process that anybody wants to do that wants to be a parent. Now, the reason I brought up the new career opportunity that I was presented with, that starting from day one, and I just want to put this out there, starting from day one, you get your healthcare benefits. So that's a plus. But on top of that, this pays a portion of infertility treatments, which is rare to find in a company that they pay a portion of infertility treatments. So almost all testing that I thought I was going to have to pay out of pocket will now be covered by this new company, which is a tremendous burden off of us. Now, let me go even further. They also help with adoptions, because it's considered embryo adoption. And I talked to the HR, they said they may cover 25 to 50% of the cost, because it is still an adoption. Even though it's not the traditional adoption, it is still listed as an adoption. And as long as it's written as an adoption, they will cover a percentage of it. Furthermore, when you do embryo adoption, you also must do a psychological evaluation, which we were going to do here. I think I discussed this a couple videos ago. It's going to cost us $265. This current company that I'll be going to covers that also. So it's looking like everything that was going to be out of pocket has just dropped tremendously for us. Now, for the absolutely most exciting news of anything that I'm going to be telling you today. So, and I really didn't want to reach out until after I had spoke with them, but I actually spoke to them today. They emailed me this paperwork. Now, I know a lot of you may think I'm clinic hopping, and I'm not clinic hopping. What I'm doing is I'm keeping all my options open. And the reason that I'm doing the next video as to why I'm a lesbian will explain why a new clinic. My wife and I felt like the last clinic that offered us the embryos, it was a little sketchy, just for the simple fact that we were lesbian. We were being asked all these questions that I know if we were a heterosexual couple, we would not have been asked. Some of the things they were asking us to do, we felt like, okay, they may not really want us to have these embryos. So with that being said, I still was considering, still putting my fillers out there, still seeing what other options of clinics that we had. Thanks to a Facebook group, I found another clinic. I reached out to this clinic a couple weeks ago, and I actually reached out to this clinic before my fur babies, before I knew anything else about the other clinic. So they reached out to me on yesterday, and they just wanted to let me know that yes, they have the type of embryo that I'm looking for available after speaking to them. Once I spoke to them today and I did everything and I set up my consult and everything, they sent me over my donor information on the male and the female that donated these embryos. Now, there's 18. Do you hear me? 18 embryos. Now, they have not been tested, and I do have the option to go in and pay personally to have them tested to see if there's anything that's genetically wrong with them, to pick boy or girl, so that when I have them implanted, I can do. But can you hear me? 18 embryos. I was offered 18 embryos today. You just don't even understand the amount of like joy that is going through my soul right now, because this has been a 20, not 2, not 3, a 20-year journey for me to motherhood. And I just cannot absolutely believe that this was thrown in my lap. Like literally, I was just like, you've got to be kidding. The donor profile for the female that they sent to me, she has dimples like I do, like her whole profile. And then when I see her pictures from when she was a little girl, oh my God. I mean, like, I can't really show you the pictures, but because they're in black and white from, my printer, but you would think she was my little sister. The fortunate part about it is when she did these embryos in 2016, so they've actually been frozen since 2016. She was 21 years old. She had went through several cycles, and a lot of people didn't want these embryos because they weren't tested. And a lot of people didn't want these embryos because they didn't want to pay the extra cost for them to be tested. And most people who go through the embryo adoption program want pre-tested embryos, which I absolutely agree with. But I do know that these embryos have been tested for any diseases, anything that would, conflict with my lifestyle, conflict with my life, conflict with my health. We know that has been done. We also know that these are good quality embryos. So that's another plus. Am I going to have embryos tested? Yes. Because I was offered the 18 embryos, and I don't even go and talk to the doc, which is a miracle also. It's out of state. So they do teledoc, but we're going to do my consult over Skype. And another good thing about that, they told me in the paperwork that the process from consult with the doctor to implantation is 2 to 3 months, which works out perfectly because I was already dealing with the other clinic. So a lot of the testing that I needed done was already done. So I already emailed that back to them. So that's out of the way. The only thing that they're going to really have to do is just go through that testing, set up medications, and anything they feel that they might have to do again, they would have to do again. But at the end of the day, because I've already started this process and I've already started doing the things that I needed to do, the only thing that's really left for me to do is just start the process. Here's another thing about it. They are also only $5,000 for the embryo adoption, which is amazing. But their statistics, when I Googled them online, were amazing for embryo adoptions. So I feel wholeheartedly that this is where I'm going to be. This is where I'm going to go. They had so many profiles to choose from. I did go with this profile because when she sent it to me, actually she sent me 3 separate profiles for me to look over. All of them had 5 eggs or better. So it wasn't like I went with this one because it had the most eggs available. I went with this one because when I looked at her family history, her background, her genetic build makeup, it reminded me of me. When I looked at the donor, now she did use a donor sperm. So this is a donor egg and donor sperm. This is not a couple that went in there, decided they were going to have IVF to have children. No, this was a couple that went in there, decided to have IVF. So they got donor eggs and they got donor sperm to make their embryos. I believe at the beginning there was 26 embryos. So the 18 that are remaining are the ones that were left, that were offered. So I was just amazed on that at all. And then they do put multiples back. At my age, I definitely know I'm going to put multiples back. We are looking at just 2 a cycle. Hopefully the first time it goes through. And if I end up with twins, fine. I will probably go through a second cycle because if I have a girl or a boy the first time, I'm going to go back in. And because I am going to have the eggs tested, we're going to put back this, either male or female the first time and put it either male or female the second time. So we get our boy and we get our girl. I mean, it would be amazing if, we could put back a boy and a girl the first time and end up with twins, boy and girl. And then I only have to go through this one time. And then we could go ahead and pass the rest of the embryos on to whoever else is waiting, because just like I'm waiting, I know somebody else is waiting. But like I said, this has been a 20-year journey for me. And when I sit back and I look at the failed IVFs, when I look at the failed IUIs, when I look at everything that I have been through to this point, the failed marriage, because I could not produce children. I mean, at the end of the day, that's why my marriage failed. But that's not here nor there. I'm not here to discuss that. I'm here to just discuss the joy that I have in my heart right now for the simple fact that this was brought to me. And I just feel like patience wins out over anything else, because I have truly been patient. I have picked up my life and I have moved, and my wife has moved, and we've decided that we want to do this whole big thing to be a family. And it took all this, but we're at this point, and I just cannot wait. Like I said, the journey, no matter which clinic I end up going with, I mean, at the end of the day, these eggs were offered to me. If I decide to bring them down here and do it here, that's fine too. But I will tell you, after working with that staff and the staff here, because remember I told you, when I talked to the staff here, I loved them also. Like, the staffs at both of these clinics have been amazing. But what I do like here is they're not telling me months and months and months and months and months that you're going to be there. They're telling me, we have this available now. You go talk to the doctor. You get this started. Are you ready? Because my goal is to be pregnant by October, November, the latest. As I really wasn't trying to do summer pregnant, because I am 45. It will be hot. North Carolina has hot summers. I just don't know if heat and 8-9 months pregnant are going to really work for me. I'm already hot by nature. I don't know if you can see in my mirrors back there, but my ceiling fan is going, but my air conditioner is going too, because I am just hot. So, you know, that not being here nor there, but I'm just saying, I am so thankful. I am so grateful. It is kind of perfect that the weight is kind of falling off, because regardless, from day one, I was under the 35 they wanted me to be. But as the pounds keep coming off, I'm making my chances of a successful implantation more and more. So let the pounds keep coming off. When I talk to the doctor, I'll be even smaller. Each time, by the time we get to the implantation stage, I'll be even smaller. My goal is to have my body in the shape that it needs to be in for this implantation to take. So with that being said, thank you, ladies, for listening. If you stay for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you my wife going to work today, because she is completely funny. And for somebody that was supposed to be not feeling good and have me in the hospital, no, she really wasn't feeling good. And she really did have an allergic reaction. But for somebody that was looking the way she was looking 2 days ago, and to see her today, Lord have mercy. But anyway, I want to thank all of y'all for watching. I want to thank everybody who's, trying to watch my journey with me. I hope that you like. I hope you hit the like button. I hope you subscribe. I mean, I have my subscribers right now, which I'm grateful for. But I would love for some more people to come and watch my story and see what's going on. Because like I said, after this, I'm going to be filming another one tomorrow in regards to, like I said, why am I a lesbian, since that just seems to be the question of the hour. So I'm going to go ahead and answer those questions. Or not even really why I'm a lesbian, but have I always been a lesbian, since people know that I was married to a man before. So people kind of want the backstory on that. So I have no problem discussing it, because, my life is like an open book. Anything you want to know, I am more than happy to let you know what's going on. But like I said, I want to thank all of y'all for your time and for watching my video. And like I said, if you stay tuned for the little outtakes at the end, you'll see my wife and her silly self. But thank y'all, ladies. Y'all have a great day, a great evening. I hope that your August 1st, which is tomorrow, brings you better joy and more luck than July did, because every day is a blessing. And every day is one day closer to us getting what our hearts desire. My heart desires to be a mother, and I know it's going to happen. So with that being said, I just want to thank you, ladies. You guys have a good evening.
Another time in the hospital.
Yeah.
The second, no, third. No, this is the second day.
Give it to them. When we step up in the place, you don't need no lights. Give it to them. Every time you walk, I'm shaking like trees ice. Give it to them. You know I'm trying to take you out like 3 strikes. Freak you like Madonna. Give it to them. Fit your wine. I lie to you on. Out in the tropics, the Tropicana. On the black drop. then pull